and today we are going to play Fire Emblem Three Houses. Yep, it's one of those things where, like, first time doing a turn-based strategy game on the channel, so we'll see how that goes. Alright, we'll press any button, hopefully we get options. Alright, cool. So first off, to give some background with my history with the Fire Emblem series. So, way back, basically, near the turn of the millennium, right after the turn of the millennium, really, I was a fan of the Advance Wars games. Still am, quite honestly. I really wish we got some more beyond basically Reboot Camp. Like, boy, I miss that series. But so, when Fire Emblem came to the States finally, during the GBA era, basically played those. Now, that said, Fire Emblem being Fire Emblem and RNG being RNG, with some of those level up stats, I beat kind of like, was it the first two, and then I think I fell off. I started but never completed. I want to say it was like, was it Magic Stones or was it one right after that? I can't remember basically the order of those ones back then. But, yeah. So basically I kind of fell off for a bit, and then I did not pick up the GameCube or Wii one, so I missed out on the Ike era of ones. But, then I did get the remake of Shadow Dragon, the very first Fire Emblem, on the DS. Played that. Basically, enjoyed it, albeit very rough. And then when Awakening came out, basically, I was definitely late to the game with Awakening. By the time I got around to Awakening, it was already old. But, no, like, man, Awakening actually was shockingly good. Quite happy with that game. And then basically Fire Emblem Fates, I beat all three versions, so Conquest, Birthright, and I think the last was Revelations, that DLC only one that technically had like a very limited physical run for the like on-cart third DLC part. You know, it could have been done better, but like overall it was enjoyable. Not as good as Awakening in my opinion, but enjoyable. Interesting, I'll give them that. And then I did complete, lastly, Shadows over Valeria. So that was the last one I played, and that was also a remake of an older game, if I understand it correctly, which, that one also was enjoyable. I had a few unique quirks to it. I will say, basically, in the Awakening era, because I've come to these games late, I have traditionally had the DLC that has let me kind of, like, grind out levels on people for kind of, like, being able to get over some stuff, because, yeah, there are some missions that I struggled with, and people online are just like, oh, this is easy. Any veteran can handle it. I'm like, I am sweating bullets trying to get through this stuff. And so for streaming purposes, I've never done this before, because it's kind of taboo in traditionalist sense. But I will probably have turned off people dying for real if they die in combat, which it doesn't really affect anything, because the older games, I always kept it on, because that's how it's been since the GBA days. Like, you know, after they started offering the ability not to have people die. But if we're recording this, like, I don't want every time I fail a mission for me to just like, alright, reset everything. Or not even fail a mission. If someone dies, having it auto-fail. And, yeah, so, you know, so those are kind of some of the ground rules. Like, in theory, I assume, given the last 3DS games, like, this will probably also have DLC that lets you grind if need be. I don't know if they finally just integrated the ability to kind of, like, better grind characters' levels. Any grinding will be off-stream. We'll focus basically the streams for just playing the game. Like, playing it in its most natural state. Because these missions are failable and repeatable, I think basically how I'm going to approach this is there'll always be at least one go into a mission. Should I fail it, I will then basically do an edit cut to a successful completion of it. So at no more in a individual recording, there will be basically maybe 2 goes at a mission. A fail one and a successful one. Ideally, they all go good right across the bat from the get-go, but, you know, that's how it goes. I also don't know how recruiting's going to work in this game, so in theory, if we're on track to beat something, but a recruitable character maybe like passes away that we, you know, didn't get to in time, I might consider that a failure, and then we'll do an edit cut to a successful go there. So, those are the ground rules for this. Like I said, first time doing turn-based strategy on my game, on my channel. Like, I enjoy these games. I've been playing them since Ogre Battle on the Super Nintendo. I love myself some Final Fantasy Tactics back in the PS1 era. I got the remake for that one. Like, I do love my tactics games, but they can be their own beast of a game. So, Yeah, we're gonna have to kind of feel things out a bit here. But alright, those are the ground rules, so let's go ahead and get into this. Update data has been downloaded. A new difficulty level titled Maddening has been added. Definitely not doing that. The Goddess Tower can be viewed in extras under Event Gallery. Note, the Event Gallery is unlocked after clearing the game. To start playing in Maddening difficulty, select New Game from the title menu. Update data has been downloaded. The number of save file slots has been increased. It is now possible to go into battle with the same appearance as in the monastery. A new ally will join in Crimson Flower. Update data has been downloaded. A new outfit has been added for the protagonist. A new quest has been also added. If you clear the quest, a new character will be available to invite to a tea party. So this also reminds me of some of this stuff in terms of like new characters and whatnot. Obviously, the name of the game, Three Houses. I don't know how this goes, but if I had to take a guess, having played Fire Emblem Fates, the game probably branches at some point where I have to choose a house, and then Fire Emblem shenanigans ensue where some sort of mysterious evil party manipulates the houses against each other, like, as is tradition with these games. So I assume that there'll be at least 3 playthroughs of this game. Maybe 4, because I could have sworn at some point in gaming news I saw something about like a Grey Wolf DLC that was eventually added to this game, which I can only assume is the equivalent to Revelations for Fire Emblem Fates, but I don't know for sure. That's going to be a bit of a play-by-ear thing, but yeah, there are probably going to be multiple playthroughs of this if I had to take a guess. Okay, that looks like that's all the update information here. Extras, is this actually... Okay, nope, just music, voiceover language. Do they actually? Nice. I'll admit, I played Awakening with Japanese voiceovers, then basically come Fates Beyond, they didn't have the option to change it. So, now that it's back, like, me personally, I'd prefer Japanese, but I get that basically for recording this, you know, some people might be listening to this in the background. So, what we'll do is that we'll have it on English for the first playthrough. If there are multiple playthroughs, subsequent one, I'll probably try Japanese. It might be really weird to get used to a character's voice and then have them switch, but I know more Japanese voice actors than I know English voice actors, quite honestly, so... That said, the English voice acting for this series, like, Shadows over Valeria had some very good stuff. Fates was rocky. Fates had some not always great voice acting, but Shadows over Valeria, like, they stepped up their game there. So that's the plan with the voice languages, the voice over... The dub. The dub versus subtitle, basically. But alright, let's go ahead and hit new game. We are going to... Okay. I thought it was going to be like easy, medium, hard, but no, okay. Normal, hard, maddening. We are sticking... Like, I could probably do hard, but I'm not here for the challenge, per se. Like, some challenge is fine. I'm here for the story. Which, I know, it's going to be very anime, but like... We're just here to have a good, fun time. So we're going to stick to normal. Again, this choice doesn't really matter, because in the past, if a fallen unit was lost forever, I just turned off the game, and then restarted it. Like every... Look, we all know that everyone did it. I wasn't alone in that. And so when the game started giving you the option, everyone's like, a lot of people kept it the classic, then it's like, I'll just turn off the game when they die. This will be the first time I'm choosing casual. Casual as a name scheme is traditionally fine. It's just I remember the connotation of casual. It's like I'm a casual now. But yeah, like if we lose one person, considering that a fail state, we're gonna be here forever. Like a single recording for me would probably take way longer than I might have trying to get a recording done. So casual, fallen units rise again after the battle ends. Classic, fallen units are lost forever. Every decision counts. It won't count. Again, it never did count because even when they did die, we just powered off the game. So, and then restarted the mission from the beginning. So, casual it is. Connect to the network to play online? No. I do like the kind of GBA-inspired sprite work at the bottom left. Celtian Plains, Imperial Year 91.
Do you recall the Red Canyon? You'll die! 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 You took everything that I loved! He's gone now, Mother.
Oh my. What could have brought you here? I wonder how you got in here.
So also, that opening cutscene and this girl does remind me. So the only parts I know about this game are the cover box art and then Byleth in Smash Brothers. And the reveal of Byleth in Smash Brothers. So it's like, I recognize that sword whip from Byleth's weapon set in Smash Brothers that was being used by that one dude. And I know basically when they showed this, like, green hair girl, like, originally for the Byleth trail, I'm like, oh, Tiki. Like, honestly, more than Marth, like, Tiki really should be the representative of Fire Emblem games in Smash Brothers. That is my hot take there. It's just like, she has been across more Fire Emblem games than any other person. Because she's a dragon. She lives a long time. And so when I first saw this character, I'm like, oh, Tiki. But all the stuff I've seen about this character, again, the Smash Brothers trailer, and I think she was teased in, like, the newest Fire Emblem trailer, the one that's not out yet. Like, she's a bit more aloof and maybe disdainful than Tiki traditionally is, because Tiki basically kind of, you know, she had Marth to kind of help her out. But, yeah, I wonder if there's any relationship to Tiki with this character.
It is most rude to interrupt a moment of repose. Very rude indeed. Now come to me. I wish to have a look at you.
Alright. We have the two different, basically, buy lists to choose from. I guess if there's multiple playthroughs, we can kind of do, like, one per. Assuming multiple playthroughs aren't canonical to each other and that they lock us into a form. So, okay, we'll go with basically... I mean, female Byleth has a bit more swag going on. Or like, guy Byleth is a bit more monotone in color. But I do like kind of like, you know, there's like... Okay, they both have like white on their cloak, but then red up front. I guess we can go with dude for now, and then female for subsequent ones. Dude and gal. Is this form correct? Sure. We'll be boring. We'll be dude. Dude man.
I have not seen the likes of you before. Who are you anyway?
Assumedly, we're immortal. And we could be a ghost, but I'm gonna say I'm immortal.
I see. Then you must have a name of sorts. Go on.
Yep. Good old Byleth, because we are sticking to Smash Brothers. I mean, I guess it's not Smash Brothers canonicity, but like, you know, Smash got it from this game. But yes, we'll go with Byleth. Is Byleth correct? Why, yes it is.
Huh. I shall not ever grow accustomed to the sound of human names. You must possess a day of birth as well. Beneath which moon and on what day were you born to this world?
How many... Okay, so it's like true to actual form. We'll go basically with my actual birth month of September, but that'll obfuscate the second date because I can. So we'll stick to the most neutral of... Wait, 30 days past September, April, June. It's like, how many days are in September? 30. Yeah, so 15 is right in the middle. So we'll go with 15. And the Horsebow Moon is day 15 of month 9, correct? Why, yes it is.
Well, wonders never cease. It seems we share our day of birth. How strange.
Don't tell her I lied.
It all feels so... familiar. I think it may be time for yet another nap. It is almost time to begin.
Girl, give me a name. Who are you?
Hey, time to wake up. Were you having that dream again?
I was dreaming about a young girl. As kind of self-incriminating as that sounds.
You've described her to me before. I don't think I've ever met anyone like that. In any case, just put that out of your mind for now. The battlefield is no place for idle thoughts. Risking your life is part of the job for mercenaries like us. Letting your mind wander is a sure way to get yourself killed. Okay, time to get moving. Our next job is in the kingdom.
Just called the Kingdom? Not like the Federation of Lionheartstan?
I told you before, it's far from here, so we'll need to leave at dawn.
Of course.
Oh, good grief. Everyone is already waiting for us outside.
Gerald, sir, sorry to barge in, but your presence is needed.
What's happened?
Please forgive our intrusion. We wouldn't bother you with a situation not dire.
The 3 people from the cover, and they're so color-coded.
What do a bunch of kids like you want at this hour?
We're being pursued by a group of bandits. I can only hope that you will be so kind as to lend your support.
Bandits? Here?
It's true. They attacked us while we were at rest in our camp.
We've been separated from our companions and we're outnumbered. They're after our lives, not to mention our gold.
I'm impressed you're staying so calm considering the situation. Wait, That uniform.
Bandit spotted just outside the village. Damn, there were a lot of them.
I guess they followed you all the way here. We can't abandon this village now.
I do like this Geralt guy already. Pretty good.
Come on, let's move. Hope you're ready.
Now the question is Violet's going to be like Robin and not take the field, or is it going to be more like, you know, Martha or others of like actually on the field? Okay, there's the autosave. Well, basically, save slot 1. Given this is the next generation after the 3DS era, I kind of wonder how graphically it's going to be overhead grid-based. Skirmish at Dawn. Prologue. An inevitable encounter. Okay. Kind of what I expected.
Let's take care of those thieves before they overrun the village. Take down the enemies in front first. That should take the wind out of their sails.
Yeah, movement. Select. Move. Then, yeah, basically when you're next to an enemy to attack. Yep, all this basically seems par for course. Now the big thing is, any obvious recruitable people on the other side. It's not looking like it. I feel a bit bad. It's just like, Archer Man's probably going to get a lot of experience just from sure fact of like, easy to get in the first hit for everybody. But it's like, it looks kind of the most boring so far. And yellow is probably my least favorite color of red, blue, and yellow. I mean, more gold color, but it's more of a mustard color for him. And then, I get the feeling we should try to not involve Geralt as much as possible, given everyone else is level 1 to his level 3. So he's basically our ace in the hole. Oh, and he can't even move anyway, okay. Oh wait, is he considered an ally unit? Well, he glows with the same... Oh no, he is, okay, because he's green. Okay. Well, combat bows. Bows can attack from a long range, although their hit rate is reduced as range increases. They're highly effective against flyers like Pegasus Knights and Wyvern Riders.
Ready and willing.
Now... And can you hit from here? No. Ah! Okay, deselected them. There we go. Good old iron bow. There we go. Some base experience. Weapon durability. Yep. A weapon will break when repeated uses bring its durability to 0. You can fight with a broken weapon, but your might, MT, and hit rate will be reduced, and enemies will make follow-up attacks more easily. Be careful with your weapons. You cannot repair them mid-battle. Alright. Between red and blue, I'm more partial to red, so we will basically have Axe Lady come in to finish the job here.
Failure is not an option.
Go. Yeah, technically, basically, if I recall my Fire Emblem strategy triangle correctly, swords do trump axes, but not with that low of health. Then axes trump spears, and spears trump swords. I think that's how it goes. It's been a while now, think about it. It's been at least 3-4 years since Shadows of Valeria for me. Use the battle menu to create bookmark saves. Bookmark saves, view tutorial guides, and more. To access it, press the A button when the cursor is on a space without an active unit. Battle phases. Once all your units have taken action, the player phase ends and the enemy phase begins. You can end the player phase early by selecting End from the battle menu. So far, all par for course. Alright, let's go ahead and form a front line around Edelgard so they can't flank her. Oh, we can talk.
You have a strange aura about you. You say you're a mercenary, so show me what you can do.
Hey. Alright, so they're still keeping the relationship stuff, which makes a lot of sense. I mean, that's kind of been a staple for quite some time, if not since the very beginning. Having not played the original Shadow Dragon, like, I don't know if it's from the beginning, but I know it's been, you know, bonds between allied units, basically, has been a thing since the old days. Because I think it was from GBA even as well. Because I remember, like, Jafar, the assassin cool guy of, like, one of the Fangs, and the little girl he befriends, like, they basically have, like, special dialogue now and then. But okay. I guess we can just wait.
I'll cut through.
Do you guys have anything to talk? Nope. I'm kind of curious now, like... so I could... Well, let's see here. Actually, now think about it. Alright, we're gonna try a... Nope, nope. Okay, that's... There we are, okay. I like being able to kind of view, like, how far can the enemy go? But it looks like we're safe from any immediate reprisal attacks. So you know what? We're gonna have... We're actually gonna keep flanks open a bit here and get some extra dialogue in.
Thank you. We are in your debt. It wouldn't do for us to fall in a place like this. Please, lend us your strength. Let's work together to drive out these thieves.
Cool, cool. Okay, so the enemy is holding their formation.
We'll advance while protecting ourselves from the enemy. Take up position inside the forest.
Yep, that's good old terrain bonuses. Terrain effects. Certain terrains will have an effect on the units occupying it. Forest, for instance, raise a unit's evasion and defense. Move your units to an advantageous terrain and prepare to meet the enemy. Yep. Alright, so... They're all sword dudes. They have no ranged units on their side. I'm probably also overthinking any potential stuff here. Okay, can you actually get up here? No. Looks like all of my units basically actually can't get up there, so what we'll do, we'll get right out of the range. Alright, yellow guy, you're the only guy that has another chance to talk to me.
It's because of you guys that I'm not dead right now. Thanks for that. I didn't expect to run into mercenaries like you in some remote village. The gods of fortune must be smiling on me.
Okay, so he's Cloud. Cloud? Not Final Fantasy VII Cloud, but Cloud. Okay, Edelgard, Cloud, and Dimitri. Okay. And they don't seem to have any dialogue with each other so far. But okay, let's just move up these two. I'll basically have Dimitri take the left tree. Edelgard take the right tree. We'll have Byleth like right here to at least like lure one of them out into the open for a bit of a fair fight. I mean, I guess I could move him, try to like get him over there. Yeah, no, I think I'll stick with this formation, so... I mean, nah, looks like basically not that doable to actually try and go on the offense here, so... Defensive positionings?
Good. If we're in the forest, we can sustain their attacks without losing the advantage.
Terrain types. Forests are not the only terrain type that you'll encounter. Keep an eye out for others, such as thickets and heal tiles. You can see the effects of terrain by placing your cursor over it. Press the X button over an empty space to toggle terrain information and unit icons. Okay. Getting everyone set up here, and then... I expect most enemies are going to try to go after Dimitri, with the one going after... I assume the red lines are, who's in range, right? But it might be showing, actually, what the enemy intends on doing. If so, that's pretty good information to know. Cool. Dang. Not too shocking, though. Like I said, basically. Pretty certain, if I recall correctly, that sword beats axe.
It's a fine opportunity. Use the combat arts I taught you.
Combat arts? Combat arts are powerful techniques that use more weapon durability than usual. They do not typically allow for follow-up attacks. Units learn new combat arts when their weapon skills level up. There are no combat arts for reason or faith, or for reason or faith. Those skills grant magic instead. Okay. I don't recall combat arts being a thing previously, so I assume new to this game? And alright, let's see here. Cloud, can you finish off the weak guy? Yes, okay. Alright, or he can. Okay, Right now our archer is exposed, so...
Is that all?
Cool. Alright, and then... Violet, can you... Oh yeah, actually, combat arts. Let's try these things out. Wrath Strike, weapon durability, -3. Okay. Good little boost to our attack and hit right here. Okay, we are the commoner class right now. What are the other people's? Oh, can we not see their status that easily? Okay, she's a noble, so I'll assume the others are nobles too. Okay, so we'll have basically Violet attack basically here.
Predictable.
Cool. Okay, so they're being a bit more generous about basically attacking near each other. Because I recall it always had to be like directly adjacent to the person. But Violet attacking there basically got everyone's friendship up. With Violet, of course. But alright, Edelgard, can you finish this guy off?
Now you know your limits.
Cool. Probably have her finish them off. That's very interesting, though. The enemy...
Attack when an ally is nearby, and the enemy will be intimidated, making them easier to hit.
Oh, yeah. That... Forgot that basically even just having them nearby gives stat bonuses. Linked attacks. When you attack an enemy that is also in attack range of one or more of your other units, you will trigger a linked attack. During a linked attack, your avoid rate, and hit rate are higher than normal. Link attacks between certain units will also raise might, MT. Good use of linked attacks is key to defeating powerful enemies. Linked attacks will also build support among the units involved. Okay. Yeah, let's have Edelgard finish this person off, and then hopefully level up from that.
Witness my power.
Level up.
That won't do it all.
Yeah, that won't do. Come on, Edelgard. So, +1 to Dex, +1 to Charisma, nothing else. For an axe user, not that good. She already had a high innate Charisma, so I wonder if nobles actually make better use of that stat. Using items. Select the item options to change your equipped weapons or use items such as the Vulnerary, which restores your unit's HP, or hit points, HP. Still standard stuff. Alright, so let's start moving this way. Slowly get everyone in a range here.
Damn! Why are there mercenaries in the village? Guess we'll have to deal with them too.
Okay, cool. So they're actually on the move. Alright, we can use this. Okay, item drops. An item icon on an enemy indicates that they will get you will get an item that is highlighted green in the unit's details display when you defeat them. Okay, Iron Axe, not bad. At least I think Iron Axe. I mean, that's what he has equipped, and it is in green. Yes, I'm assuming it's going to be the Iron Axe. Alright, now... I'm kind of figuring Dimitri in the bush here. Can Byleth actually get in another bush as well? Yes, you can, okay. So, dun. Dun. Dun dun. We'll have Guard ready basically to... Well, actually, we'll put her behind Byleth. And then put Cloud right there basically and easy enough to try and, like, hit everybody else. Uh-oh.
I'm gonna kill you where you stand.
I did not realize that the leader had an axe versus all the other bandits having swords. Wrong matchup. Good, Dimitri, good. Okay, good. Okay, let's see here. We're kind of blocking... Well, I guess we're not technically blocking anything because we've moved through them. But okay, let's have basically Cloud... Curve shot. Okay, this does get better hit and better attack technically. I do wonder though how much relying on combat arts would really deplete a weapon though. But... increasing basically our hit accuracy on the bow, probably very good here. Yeah, let's do this. Cool, cool. I would prefer not to have Dimitri try his luck attacking him, so we're gonna have Byleth try and finish off the leader. In fact, we can do a combat art for that. Yeah, the Wrath Strike.
Hey, you with the blank stare! Out of my way!
How dare you call up my protagonist status like that? Cool, cool. Level up. Alright,
Such
better.
power dwells within.
Strength, speed, resistance, charisma. Nice. Received Iron Axe. Oh! Had I known taking out the leader would have ended the fight, I would have...
Honestly, what are you accomplishing with that little stunt? It's like you're trying to get me killed, you fool. Well, it's fine. After all, if you don't know the value of your own life, you're not going to protect it very well, are you? Course not. Well then, I guess it's up to me to guide you from now on, right? You can call me Sothis. But I'm also known as the Beginning.
Okay. So yeah, not Tiki.
Sothis. Yes, that is it. My name is Sothis.
She has to be a dragon, right? I guess she could be a god, maybe.
And I am also called the Beginning. But who once called me that?
I mean, what are you talking about? Or Sothis? I mean, what are you talking about? Obviously, she's talking about herself. So, Sothis?
I was not able to recall my name until just now. And just like that, it came to me. How odd. That look upon your face. Did you think me a child? A mere child who forgot her own name?
And I didn't think you were a child, but I did think you forgot your own name.
Phooey! That child just saved your life. And what does that make you?
I am no child, or I'm less than a child? I guess I'm less than a child.
Correct. You understand. You threw yourself before an axe to save just one young girl. Yet all is well, as I have stalled the flow of time for now. You would have died had I not intervened.
Thank you, or you stopped time? I'll say thank you.
There now. Is gratitude so much to ask? I did deem you worth saving after all. Though it is only momentary, time has stopped. However did I manage that?
Yeah, what will happen when time resumes, or what now? Probably the first.
When time begins again, the axe will tear into your flesh and you will surely meet your end. How rude of you to drag me into this. Now what to do?
Turn back the hands of time. Keep time frozen until I'm safe. I'll just stay here and wait to die. Well, the latter two aren't exactly options per se, so turn back the hands of time?
Of course! I must turn back the hands of time! Yes, I do believe it can be done. You really are quite troublesome. I cannot wind back time too far, but all is well. You are aware of what's to come, which means you can protect yourself this time. Now go! Yes, you who bears the flames within. Drift through the flow of time to find the answers that you seek.
I wonder if she even knows what she's saying, given she's kind of going off of muscle memory, it seems. If I bear the flames within, am I dragon? Probably not, but I could be dragon-blooded.
Hey, over here! Huh?
Hey, did you just...
I'm sad I couldn't kill the other bandits for experience. That was on me. That was on me.
The Knights of Seros are here. We'll cut you down for terrorizing our students. Hey, the thieves are running away. Go after them. The students seem to be unharmed. And who's this?
Why him?
Yet again, I like Geralt. Stage complete. Skirmish at dawn, turn 7. MVP, Edelgard. Edelgard, but however you pronounce her name. Okay, let's go ahead and save. So far, good pace. Could probably get
Captain
2 more missions
Geralt?
in.
It is you. Goodness, it's been ages. Don't you recognize me? It's Alois, your old right-hand man. Well, that's how I always thought of myself anyway. Oh, it must have been 20 years ago that you went missing without a trace. I always knew you were still alive.
You haven't changed a bit, Alois. Just as loud as ever. And drop that captain nonsense. I'm not your captain anymore. These days, I'm just a wandering mercenary. One who has work to do. Goodbye, old friend.
Right. Goodbye, Captain. Wait, that isn't how this ends. I insist that you return to the monastery with me.
Garreg Mach Monastery. I suppose this was inevitable.
And how about you, kid? Are you the captain's child?
He's a stranger to me. I'm a bandit. That is correct. I mean, he's obviously not a stranger. I'm obviously not a bandit. But I don't know if I'm his kid. But that is correct. That's probably the closest it gets.
Is that so? Well, physical differences aside, your mannerisms do remind me of the captain. I'd love for you to see the monastery too. You will join me, won't you?
Okay, so Geralt didn't contradict that.
What's troubling you, Captain? You aren't about to run off again, are you?
Even I wouldn't dare run from the Knights of Saros.
The Knights of Saros. They do seem rather skilled. Ah, it seems your presence is required. Get going.
Fire Emblem characters are always entertaining.
I appreciate your help back there. Your skill is beyond question. You're clearly an experienced mercenary. And your father, that would be Geralt, the Bladebreaker? Former captain of the Knights of Saros, oft praised as the strongest knight to ever live. Have I missed anything?
The Knights of Saros? I didn't know he was a captain. Well, I feel like our character probably doesn't know either of these things. I guess we could say, I mean, isn't he technically our... I guess maybe he's not a captain to us, a leader? Our dad? Knights of Saros would give us more world-building lore, but it might be one of those, met with one of those, like, what? You don't know about them? So, we'll go with, I didn't know he was a captain.
How curious. I'd wager the explanation for that is fascinating indeed.
Hey, you are coming with us to the monastery, right? Of course you are. I'd love to bend your ear as we travel. Oh, I should mention that the three of us are students of the Officers' Academy at Garrigmach Monastery.
I do recall the Garrigmach Monastery being the level in Smash Brothers that Fire Emblem Three Houses got.
We were doing some training exercises when those bandits attacked. I definitely got the worst of it.
That would be because you ran off.
Oh, and he's an archer. He's not meant for the front line.
Too true. I was the first to make a strategic retreat. Everything would have worked out if these two hadn't followed me and ruined everything. Because of them, every single one of those bandits chased after us. Utterly ridiculous.
Ah, so that's what you were thinking, Claude. And here I thought you were acting as a decoy for the sake of us all.
His intentions were as clear as day. You will prove a lacking ruler if you cannot see the truth behind a person's words.
You will prove a lacking ruler yourself if you look for deceit behind every word and fail to trust those whom you rely on.
Oh, joy. A royal debate between their highnesses. I wonder how being completely predictable affects one's ability to wield power.
Cloud definitely has the most personality right now.
Personally, as the embodiment of distrust, I'd say your little exchange smacks of naivete.
Me, naive. Tell me, are you actually incapable of keeping quiet, or is your lack of self-awareness a condition of some sort?
In any case, forgive our digression. I must speak with you if you can spare a moment. The way you held your ground against the bandits' leader was captivating. You never lost control of the situation. It showed me I still have much to learn.
Your skill is precisely why I must ask you to consider lending your services to the Empire.
Do these places not have more grandiose names? Because there's the Kingdom and the Empire.
I might as well tell you now. I am no mere student. I am also the Adrestian Empire's...
Okay, the Adrestian Empire. Alright, cool.
Halt, Edelgard. Please allow me to finish my own proposition. The Holy Kingdom of Fargus is in dire need of exceptional individuals like yourself.
Okay, so the Holy Kingdom of Fargus is probably the Kingdom. I assume then basically Yellow Guy is like the Federation or the Trade something something.
Please, do consider returning to the Kingdom with me.
Whoa there, you two sure are hasty. Trying to recruit someone you just met. Tactless, really. I was personally planning to develop a deep and lasting friendship on our journey back to the monastery before begging for favors. But it seems there's no time for niceties in this world. So, capable stranger, let's get right to it. Where does your allegiance lie?
It seems one's place of birth is quite significant to them. Yet they are so impressed by you that you may take your pick. Well?
I mean, we may take our pick of them, but are we about to tell them our place of birth? I mean, so far, Cloud probably has, like, the right of it. He's definitely playing the best diplomatic game. Okay. So I guess basically the last one is the Leicester Alliance, the Burgeoning League of Nobles. The land of noble knights, the land of ancient history. Well, I've never been a big fan of nobles. Too much memories of some of the plot of Final Fantasy Tactics between the noble tree and the peasantry. So the Empire is probably like the one I would lean towards. I mean, ancient history is like interesting. And Burgeoning, basically, so they're probably up and coming. It's probably just kind of the most like middle of the road. It's like poor Dimitri. Just kind of like, I am your standard noble dude. It's like, which is his shtick. I expect him at some point to have some sort of like friends that play the more wacky person to him being the straight man. So yeah, between the Land of Noble Knights and the League of Nobles, I would probably basically say the Adrestian Empire, land of ancient history, which would imply dragons.
A wise choice. Though the Empire has fallen from its former glory, the other regions are merely offshoots that pale in comparison.
All right, that's enough with the small talk. It's time to head back to the monastery.
Looks like we'll have to pick this up another time.
My, they are in such a hurry. You know, each of the three is most unique.
Hildegard, Dimitri, Cloud, all with ... I mean, Cloud is definitely the standout here in terms of, like, having a bit more going on. The other two are basically noble tsundere lady, noble prince, generic man, and then Cloud's like, I'm the dashing charismatic, probably, like, merchant, noble, leader, prince, son, maybe, like, not even first in line to the throne, so, let's go with Cloud. His easy smile is striking. But that smile doesn't reach his eyes. Okay, so we're basically getting rundowns on them. Alright, I guess Edelgard next. She is a refined young woman, but I feel as though she is always evaluating me. And then Dimitri, Poet Dimitri, at last place. He seems quite sincere, but I sense darkness lurking beneath.
Yes, I thought the same. I am so sleepy once again. I may be sleeping, but
Alright, go ahead and save again. Double checking time. I think we're still good, but at this rate we might be looking more like one more battle, and then the aftermath, and then onto saving.
Part 1. White Clouds. Great Tree Moon. 3 houses.
Gerard's easygoing voice.
The icy winds of the Agma Mountains have begun to scatter, and the verdant fields once again spring to life across Fodlan, heralding the start of a new year. As they celebrate the dawning year, the people pray that they may realize their full potential, just as a tiny sprout hopes to one day grow into a great tree. The continent of Fodlan, said to be protected by a revered goddess, has existed since time immemorial. 3 ruling powers now control the land. In the south lies a region long held by a more than 1,000-year-old dynasty, the Adrestian Empire. Beyond its borders, to the frigid north, is the home of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, ruled by the royal family and its knights. To the east, a league of nobles that heeds no king nor emperor rules what is called the Leicester Alliance. Once consumed by a tempest of war and turmoil, Fodlan and these 3 mighty powers now exist in relative harmony.
This will be your first time at the monastery. I'd be happy to show you around.
It really is Fodlan in a nutshell. The good and the bad.
Like it or not, we'll be there soon enough. There it is. Garrick Mach Monastery.
Rhea's here.
I wonder, did the flow of time bring you here?
Okay. I also did notice that map, it appears to be like there's a few different.
It's been years since I've last set eyes on this place. To be forced to see her now,
Fan of the Fire Emblem games, like certain ones take place in certain lands, like the canonicity of things, like how the overall plot is very kind of loose. But it did seem that basically it's the same continent that the classic games and even like Awakening takes place on, because it looks like basically the Edelgard, whatever, the Empire. Looks like the Empire basically is kind of where the kind of default starting kingdom was for Awakening. And then basically kind of like, yeah, like the north part, basically, the icy area, which back then was like much more like war focused, and then basically the eastern area, like, which I don't think you went to a lot in Awakening, but it's been a long time. But I do recall, if it's the same continent with Marth back in the day, the island just past that is basically where he took refuge, like. But I mean, it could just be entirely different. Like the Fire Emblem timeline is certainly a thing. Her, and you've been here before. Well, we know he's been here before. Like you kind of mentioned that before. So her.
You saw her in the courtyard earlier, didn't you? The Archbishop, Lady Rhea.
The Archbishop or Lady Rhea. Feels like my character should probably either know either of these or not know either of these. I guess basically. And he just said the Archbishop Lady Rhea. Let's say the Archbishop, and then like with the intonation that like of what religion or whatever.
As you know, the majority of folks in Fodlan are devout followers of the teachings of Seros. The leader of that ridiculously large religious organization is the Archbishop, Lady Rhea.
Okay.
Thank you for your patience, Gerald. My name is Seteth. I am an advisor to the Archbishop.
Right. Hello.
It has been a long time, Gerald. I wonder, was it the will of the goddess that we have another chance meeting like this?
Forgive my silence all these years. Much has happened since we last spoke.
So I see. The miracle of fatherhood has blessed you. That is your child, is it not?
Yeah, but curious about this.
Yes. Born many years after I left this place. I wish I could introduce you to the mother of my child, but I'm afraid we lost her to illness.
I do wonder if that's true, if we're actually his blood child, or whether basically, like, he found us on a battlefield or something.
I see. My condolences. As for you, I heard of your valiant efforts from Alois. What is your name?
My name is, or ... We'll be polite. We'll give her our name.
A fine name indeed. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for saving those students of the Officers' Academy. Gerald, you already know what it is I wish to say, do you not?
You want me to rejoin the Knights of Seros, don't you? I won't say no, but
Your apprehension stings. I had expected that Alois would have already asked this of you. I must step away for now, but I expect they will desire a word with you soon.
They?
Please listen carefully to what they have to say. Until tomorrow, farewell.
I can't believe it. Forced back into the Knights of Seiros. I'm sorry I dragged you into this. Looks like I'll be stuck here for a while. And I'm afraid your services are requested as well.
I must work here? Definitely a bit blindsided. As a mercenary, or as a servant, I would inquire as a mercenary?
Nothing like that. They want you to teach, by the sound of it. You heard those brats earlier talking about the Officers' Academy, right? Well, the Academy just happens to be short a professor.
Would you like be a professor of combat arts?
And apparently that damned Alois went and recommended you to Lady Rhea.
So, you must be the new professor. My, how stern and handsome you are.
Now that'd be me.
No. I'm not the one you're looking for. You can handle things from here. Good luck. And watch out for Lady Rhea.
I mean, she definitely seemed a bit unhinged in the opening cutscene, if that was her.
I don't know what she's thinking, making you a professor like this. She may be up to something. Stay on your guard.
Oh, it's you then? So young.
Competence and age are not necessarily correlated, as you well know.
Alrighty, I like Hanneman. He recognizes me, yeah.
I am Hanneman, a Crest Scholar and Professor at the Officers' Academy. I wonder if you bear a crest of your own. When next you have a moment to spare, I insist that you pay me a visit so we can delve into the subject further.
I'm Manuela. I'm a professor, a physician, a songstress, and available. It's nice to meet you.
You're a physician? You're a songstress? I'm definitely more curious about the songstress in terms of, like... I mean, the other things are probably, like, what she teaches, but the songstress, I kind of wonder why it was thrown in there. So, you're a songstress?
Of course. Before I came here, I belonged to a renowned opera company. Perhaps you've heard of me? The Middlefranc Opera Company is beautiful, peerless.
Spare our colleague the needless chatter, Manuela. Now then, it seems you'll be taking charge of one of the Academy's 3 houses.
Is that how it goes? Okay.
I expect you haven't yet been briefed on the nature of each, have you?
Do you really not know? Fine. I'll do you a favor and explain. The Officers' Academy is comprised of 3 houses of students, each of which is closely affiliated with its region of origin. The Black Eagle House is for students from the Adrestian Empire.
Okay.
Their house leader this year is Edelgard, the Imperial Princess, who is in line to be the next Emperor.
The Blue Lion House is for students from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Their house leader this year is Prince Dimitri. He is to be the next king of Fargus.
Lastly, there is the Golden Deer House, which is for students of the Leicester Alliance. Their house leader is Claude, grandson to Duke Regan, the leader of the Alliance.
To think that the next Emperor, King, and Sovereign Duke are all here. It certainly is a promising year for the Academy.
I mean, does it imply that Cloud's next in line for succession? Or, I mean, just his grandfather forged the Alliance. I would assume that the Alliance has a bit more going on than just making it heretical.
I'll say. I just hope none of those little treasures cause any trouble.
Quite. For now, I suggest taking a stroll around the Academy to get your bearings. And when you've a moment, please stop by my research laboratory.
The old man has a point. Oh, and keep in mind that I've only notified the house leaders that you're our new professor. It's more fun that way. I suggest you try spending time with the students. Some odd ducks in that bunch, but they're good kids. I'm sure Lady Rhea will have more information for you tomorrow, but that should get you going. Good luck. You'll need it.
Have
Okay.
you no intention of changing your mind, Rhea? Appointing a stranger, a child no less, as a professor at our esteemed academy is...
I have made my decision, Sedith.
I get the vibe of Seth. Seth is evil or working with bad guys.
I know worrying comes naturally to you, but there is truly no need. That stranger is Gerald's flesh and blood, after all.
I can't say that's all too comforting. How trustworthy is this Gerald character? Is he not the man who went missing after the Great Fire 21 years ago? I would remind you that Flayn is now here with us as well. I beg of you, please consider whether this is an unnecessary risk.
Sedith, they have my trust. Let that be enough for you as well. More importantly, I have received a report from Shamir. I am increasingly concerned about a matter regarding our suspicious individual. We cannot ignore those who harbor ill will toward the church, especially if they are frequenting Garrick Mach.
Yes, that matter is of great importance as well. I shall continue my investigation. Rhea, for now I will have faith that you are placing your trust with the utmost care. I pray that nothing occurs to shake that confidence.
So that we have kind of like free roam, similar to the bases back in the previous games. I mean, it's definitely taking longer to load, which makes me think it's loading in something much bigger. So it's probably gonna be more complicated than the other games, like little base areas for Awakening and Fates. What a Beltone. The original Fire Emblem song. And I know what they're doing. It's like, look at this colorful cast of characters. Now choose some of them and then fight the others. It's just like, I've done this in Fates.
Of course.
Okay. So yeah, definitely much more of a, I want to say open world. Like, I mean, previously it was always like the bases were essentially like in the other parts of the game for map layout, but this is actually more, yeah, behind the shoulder, third person exploration. While exploring the monastery, R stick move camera, plus and minus buttons to zoom in, zoom out, and B and Y to hold for dashing. If you're ever unsure what to do next, look to the left side of the screen. Your current objectives will be displayed there. Okay. Accept the quest from Rhea. Alright. Guess I can probably, like, peek in our head here. Well, she might give us a request to, like, ask them, so alright, well, we'll touch base with her first.
I assume you are already aware that you will be teaching here at the Officers' Academy, correct? To start, please speak with the 3 house leaders. You should also take a look around the academy and acquaint yourself with your new home. That is your first task here at the monastery. Please let me know if you accept it.
We have a choice to not accept it?
Once you have finished, come and speak with me.
Alright, view
May
quest.
I ask a favor of you?
You should speak with every student you can. This might be your only chance to see what they're really like before you become a professor. Speak to the 3 house leaders and gather information about the students in each house. The students can be found in the reception hall on the 1st floor and throughout the Officers' Academy. Reward, Iron Sword, Vulnerary, and money. We accept. Accepted the quest, informal introductions. Quests are tasks given to you by people around the monastery. Those who can give you or are involved with quests will have icons by them. Consult the quest menu to see the quests you have accepted. The icons beside each quest indicate their status. Icons for essential quests are red. Okay. So then, let's see here. Okay, goals, roster, inventory, support, quests, storehouse, save, guide. Which we should probably save again, given all the cutscenes we just went through. Okay. None of this is in red, though. She still says your first task,
Once you have finished, come and speak with me.
Okay. Alright, let's see what's up with these 2.
Ha! I imagine you were a bit surprised that I recommended you as a professor here. Frankly, we had someone else in mind for the role, but they ran off during our dust-up with the bandits. Can't entrust students to someone who's abandoned them once before, huh?
Feels like they were setting up the students to get ambushed.
You saved the lives of the students you came across. That, at least, was admirable. Now you should make the rounds. Go around the monastery and see that you greet everyone.
Okay. Let's see. Is this a single... No, okay. We got basically an exit over here, an exit down there. We'll check over here. Okay, advisory room. Okay, not seeing... So I assume there's like no treasure chest in these maps to look around. So I'm also kind of getting vibes of like Shadows over Valeria's like dungeons. Oh, can I interact with the door? Or do I interact with the arrow? Okay, cool. So we interact with the arrow to actually transition, not the object which would transition us. Minimap. The minimap in the upper right corner of the screen shows your current location, the locations of important people, the directions of quest givers, and more. Zoom or change the map view with the ZR button. Oh, okay, you can really zoom out. Alright. And we'll basically make it a tiny bit wider. I assume the voices are coming from outside and not ghosts. Oh! Okay. Or suddenly people materialize. Alright. I wonder why that took a bit of time to load. The game doesn't look exactly particularly load intense. Okay, Mercedes seems to be eccentric. The songstress Dorothea, in my class, is at a tattoo on Petra's face. And we can't, like, talk to those guys. Or to this priest officer? It's like an overinflated officer hat. Okay, firm nod. Okay, we can go back a bit.
A moment, please.
Captain Draw has returned. Draw's the good man. You can't go past here. Yeah, that's the 2nd floor. I assume I can't go past here either. Yep, can't go past here. I mean, obviously they're steering us towards, Edelgard.
Hey there.
Yeah, we have spotted Edelgard, alright. Nod.
Okay.
I bet I could take Casper in a fight. Bernadetta is always in her room. Ash is the best, totally unpretentious. Lorenz is a true noble. Lindhart always seems laid back. It's a bit of a A coin toss. Who has the gossip and who doesn't? Who are you? Who are you? Nod. Alright, fair enough. You can definitely tell it's not the game's like main system. How do I get Dimitri to be my friend?
Pardon me.
Alright, I guess basically, yeah, we'll just talk to Edelgard.
So, you've accepted a teaching position here. Pity. I was hoping you would lend your strength to the Empire. I never properly introduced myself, did I? My name is Edelgard von Hresvelk. I am the princess and heir apparent of the Adrestian Empire. I wonder if you'll be tasked with leading the Black Eagles. I hope you've had a chance to meet everyone. Would you like to know more about any of the Black Eagles?
I mean, yes, but, I have not had a chance to meet anyone, really. Alright, a full roster. Alright, I guess we'll just go down this list here. Edelgard?
Me? Well, some think I'm a bit distant. Arrogant, even. But there's little to be done. One day, I must rise to become Adrestia's next emperor.
I mean, not with those level up stats that you got from that level 1 to level 2.
What else? Well, it seems to me that we may have similar personalities.
Okay. And if we ask again, I assume this has repeat dialogue? Yeah, okay.
What else?
Yep, so sure, her defining ability, Imperial Lineage, multiplies experience earned by 1.2. I assume that's probably the same for all the noble, like, the main 3 nobles. Okay, she's good basically with most martial stuff. Interesting that, banner is a weapon, or something. I guess armor is not a weapon either. But then she's not good with range or magic. Okay. Swap display. Oh, alright. Okay, I was like, can the camera move there? But it doesn't move, so alright. Alright, then back. Alright, we'll just go down the list. Hubert.
Hubert is the heir of Marquis Vestra. He has served me since I was a child. You may think his blood runs a bit cold, but actually that's rather accurate. Still, if you can get past that, you'll see he's quite astute and reasonable.
Okay. His defining ability is Officer Duty, grants Might +5 with Gambits. He's good with basically some books, but not... one of his weaknesses is also books, so he's good with some books, bow, banner. He's not that good basically flying or with axes. Alright. He is also a noble class. I wonder how many of these kids will just be noble class and like we slot them into an actual proper class later. Okay, Ferdinand.
For some reason, he thinks of me as a bitter rival and is always trying to challenge me. It's terribly irritating. His house is that of Duke Ayer, which produces Adrestia's prime ministers. That family is, perhaps, too pleased with its own status.
I mean, the boy's got no weaknesses, so he's got that going for him. His defining ability is Confidence. Grants hit and avoidance +15 when unit is at full HP. Not bad, but you definitely need to pair that with a healer to kind of like make the most of that. And he exceptionally is strong with basically swords, polearms, axes, and cavalry. Alright. Lindhart.
He's remarkably intelligent, but he only wishes to apply himself to tasks that particularly interest him, and nothing else. He's also fond of, well, napping. If he had any work ethic or sense of duty to speak of, I suppose he would be destined to become an official of the Empire.
Alright, his defining ability is Catnap. If unit takes no action except wait, recovers up to 10% of their max HP. Okay, so good defense-wise, but he's also only good at magic using, so... Definitely couldn't be like one of those bulky knights that you can kind of like place in a hallway and leave to be. But yeah, basically good at books, bad with axes, and basic melee fist strength punching. Okay, Casper.
He's the second son of Count Bergliez. He has no inheritance in his future, which is perhaps why he's always so eager to prove himself. He's overly energetic and rushes headfirst into any battle. If he ends up in your care, be sure to keep a close eye on him.
Okay. Defining ability, Born Fighter. Adjacent foes suffer avoidance -10 during combat. He's good basically with axes and being strong, but he's not so good with books, bows, or banners. Alright. Bernadetta.
She's Count Varley's only daughter. I suppose you could say she's a bit eccentric, but she seems like a gentle soul. I believe she shut herself away in her quarters and doesn't care to leave, but don't worry, I'll make sure she finds her way to class.
Defining ability, Persecution Complex. Grants attack +5 when unit is not at full HP. She's good with polearms and bows, but not so good basically with sword, axe, strength, and armor. Which, given that, she might make basically like a good Pegasus Knight, since they tend to use polearms, but I mean they're a bit weak. She could also be a good bulky warrior now think about it, because as long as she basically is damage, which bulky warriors take a lot of damage, it's like she gets that plus attack 5 bonus. Dorothea.
Few commoners have joined the Black Eagle House, but Dorothea is an exception. She's a songstress from a famous opera company in the Empire. I'm not entirely sure what brought her to the Officers' Academy.
Follow that one professor. Defining ability, Songstress. Adjacent allies recover up to 10% of max HP at the start of each turn. Pretty good. Strengths, swords, and books. Weaknesses, the other type of book, cavalry, and flying. Petra.
To the west of Fodlan is an archipelago called Brigid. Petra is the granddaughter of their king. Brigid is a vassal state of the Empire, which is how she came to be enrolled here. She's incredibly smart and studious.
Interesting. Defining ability, Hunter's Boon. Grants crit +20 when foe's HP is less than 50%. Pretty good. I mean, that's basically a nice execution strength. That would be kind of pretty good with bows there. And even basically Pegasus riding, but then the key is getting them out. So they have to pick off people who are running away. Okay, so strength basically sword, axe, bow, cavalry. She's not good with books at all. Okay. Oh, and also basically she is a commoner. Is Dorothea also a commoner?
Few commoners have joined.
Okay.
She's a song.
But then basically Bernadetta upward are all nobles, right? Yeah, okay.
I believe.
Alright, and that is the Black Eagles. Okay. Gatekeeper, hello there. Hello.
Greetings! You must be the new professor. What a pleasure. As for me, my job is to stand here at this glorious entrance and leisurely watch over the comings and goings of everyone. Make folks smile, you know? And by that, I mean to vigilantly guard this entrance with my very life. No levity whatsoever. As of now, nothing to report.
Okay.
Greetings! You must
Alright, repeat dialogue. I was certain if you would basically change stuff there. You must be a new student. Oh, but I'm not. I'm more special than that. Main pro-tag powers. Okay, I assume Dimitri's falling out here. Oh. Officers Academy. Alright. Let's see here. Oh, there's Cloud.
What do you think?
This is the Golden Deer homeroom.
The Golden Deer House is for students of the Leicester Alliance. Our house leader is heir to the Alliance's leadership, House Regan. We have plenty of other prominent nobles as well.
Okay. And so far, we've yet to come across any of the people that aren't the main dudes who can't go past here. Because the way that basically Edelgard kind of put it, it sounds like we would be able to come across them.
Yeah.
I like Annette's positive attitude. Lysithia is the youngest student here. Okay, there's Cloud. Claude. Spotted Dimitri. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Have some business with the Blue Lions.
This classroom belongs to the Blue Lion House. Our house leader is Prince Dimitri. All of us here hail from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus.
Okay.
Hey.
Sylvan. Spotted a lot of characters. Okay. This must be probably all of them, but we don't know the rundown yet. We'll check in with each classroom here.
Hey.
This is the classroom of the Black Eagle House, which is for students from the Adrestian Empire. Our house leader is Princess Edelgard. There are many other nobles among our ranks as well.
Okay. Spotted basically everyone we got already a rundown of, so we can just talk to them directly. Hubert's so cute. I love broody boys. Ferdinand's smile makes me melt. Okay, hello you two.
What? I don't talk to strangers.
Bernadetta, this is no stranger. Our house leader owes this person a great debt. Is that not right?
Ferdinand making the good impression there.
I am Ferdinand von Eyre, legitimate son of the Eyre family, the Empire's foremost house. Are you going to join our class? I look forward to getting better acquainted with you.
Does Bernadette have anything more to say? No? Okay.
Are you going to...
Fair enough, fair enough.
Well, aren't you just lovely? Is this your first time in the monastery? Shall I show you around? Oh, my name is Dorothea. Before I joined the academy, I was a member of an opera company in the Empire. You should hear me sing sometime.
Okay.
Is it true that you saved Edelgard? That's incredible. The name's Caspar, by the way. Pleased to meet you.
Linhard, goodbye.
Sheesh, Linhard. How'd you get into the academy with those manners? So, are you a student here too? Maybe we'll be in the same class.
I will admit, one reason I put off playing this game for the longest time was like the Harry Potter vibes are very strong. And Harry Potter was definitely way after me. That is not something I grew up with whatsoever.
I am Hubert, a humble servant of Lady Edelgard. I heard you came to the aid of Her Highness. You have my most sincere thanks. This is Petra. She has come all the way from Brigid to study in the Empire. Back on her archipelago, she is actually a princess. In Fodlan terms, she would be called heir to the throne.
Hello, I am called Petra. I am pleased to be meeting with... I am pleased to have met you.
Not the voice I expect for Petra, but I like basically the trying to learn. I get the feeling like, you know, she has a much more natural, rough personality, but she's trying to put on the noble air.
Okay.
Alright, so looks like basically the Blue Lions will be next. So let's have Dimitri give us a breakdown on the roster. I mean, or we could talk to them first. I feel like getting the roster breakdown first is more interesting, and then kind of like being able to pick up on stuff talking to them.
Please accept my apologies for the other day. You came to our aid, yet I hadn't even the courtesy to properly introduce myself. I am Dimitri Alexandra Blaithid, Crown Prince of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Of course, at the Academy, I am simply a student. And I've heard word that you are to become a professor here. Delightful news. I still have much to learn, but I'm confident I could benefit greatly from your guidance. In any case, welcome to the monastery. I hear you're investigating the different houses here. Did any of the Blue Lions catch your attention?
Alright, yes. Alright, same drill as before. We're going to go down the list here, going through the entire Blue Lion roster. So start with Dimitri.
Me? Oh, please forgive me. It's difficult to open up on the spot, don't you think? I'm afraid my story has not been a pleasant one. I do hope that doesn't color your view of me, but I understand if that can't be helped.
I mean, they did mention that like we kind of picked up on a darkness lurking beneath him. Which also, he has the same thing basically that Edelgard had for the royal lineage stuff, so yeah, kind of what I figured, that the main three will probably have basically experience multipliers to kind of help them level up quicker. Oh, and if he's not good, hold on.
Me?
I'm afraid so he's good with swords, polearms, and banners, but not good with axes or books. In hindsight, I'm probably gonna forget a lot of their weaknesses until I double check stuff, but it is the way it is. So, Didu.
Didu was born in Dusker, and has been loyally working in my service for the past 4 years. He's rather taciturn, but once you get to know him, you'll see he's a kind and good-natured young man.
Alright, his defining ability is Staunch Shield. If unit takes no action except wait, grants defense +4 for 1 turn. It's good basically with armor, strength, axes, polearms, but it's not good with basically flying, cavalry, or books. Makes sense. Definitely archetypical bulk guy. And noting he's a commoner. Okay, so he's not a noble. Felix?
Felix is the heir to House Fraldarius. He has a bit of a sharp tongue, but don't let that fool you. Deep down, he's a good guy. He gravitates toward people who are skilled. Perhaps you would enjoy a friendly competition with him sometime.
Okay. Defining ability, Lone Wolf. Unit deals 5 extra damage when no battalion is assigned or when when battalion endurance is 0. Battalion. Okay, so they have the ability to be paired up with generic soldiers? I mean, I've seen that in other turn-based tactics games, but I don't believe that I recall that being much of a thing in Fire Emblem. I mean, I think basically in Shadow Dragon, like, health was defined by, like, people around them, I think? Kind of advanced war style, honestly. But alright, this guy's strength basically is swords, bows, and physical. Not so good with the books or the banner. Kind of waiting for some... I mean, I guess we've had a few that have been, like, books and weapons have been something they're good with. Alright, Ash.
He's the adoptive son of Lord Lenato of Castle Gaspar, but I hear he was born a commoner. He has an extremely earnest personality, so I'm certain he will approach your lectures with great enthusiasm.
Okay, defining ability, Lockpick. Allows units to open doors and chests without keys. Thief if I know one, but weirdly, strength basically is axes and bow. Weaknesses, books. I mean, probably bow to kind of put him down a thief roll. It's like, yeah, his dex and speed basically 8 and 9, but his strength also is 8, so you can definitely kind of push him in either direction, really. Okay, Sylvan.
Sylvain is the heir to House Gautier. He is a capable person who highly values his friends. That said, well, he's always been a bit of a skirt chaser, so to speak. Pardon my bluntness. I speak with him about it often, but it doesn't seem to help.
Okay. Defining ability, Philanderer. If a female ally is adjacent, unit deals 2 extra damage and takes 2 less damage during combat. Strengths, polearm, axes, and cavalry. Weaknesses, bow. Man, I gotta say, the game's dumping a lot of characters at me all at once here. It's like, I feel like the other Fire Emblem games are a bit better at drip-feeding stuff. To a certain degree. Like, some characters into, say, a main roster, but then you'd get kind of all their underlings kind of, like, trickle-fed to you as you kind of went through missions. But this is just everybody at once. Okay, Mercedes.
I hear she was born to imperial nobility, but a twist of fate brought her to the kingdom. She may seem carefree on the surface, but she's actually a kind soul who pays careful attention to everyone around her.
Noticing she is commoner. Okay, defining ability, Live to Serve. When healing an ally with white magic, unit recovers the same amount of HP. She's good with books, and she's bad, basically, with pretty much all weapons outside of, like, bows, but they're not even her strength, and armor. So, very typical white mage. Or just healer, really. Okay, Annette.
Annette is Baron Dominic's niece. She is a talented student who scored extremely high marks at the Royal School of Sorcery. She's cheerful and hardworking. Brilliant, really. Though she can be a bit oblivious at times. I hear she caused an explosion in the kitchen last night.
Okay, defining ability, Perseverance. Use Rally to grant strength +4 to an ally. She's good with axes, banners, and books, not so good with bows and armor. Her magic is at 11 compared to her strength at 6, so I'm surprised to see axe in there. But I guess depending on how level ups go, she could be kind of like moved into that. And honestly, basically the rally thing, I'd imagine that's connected back to the banner flag. So maybe she would be good kind of doing that? Kind of being a buffer unit? And Ingrid.
Ingrid is Count Galatia's daughter. She is also a childhood friend of Felix, Sylvain, and myself. She is diligent, industrious, and principled. In truth, she is more knightly than most knights you will ever meet.
Okay. Defining ability, Lady Knight. Grants might +3 and hit +5 with gambits. Strengths, swords, polearms, cavalry, flying, and no weaknesses whatsoever. Pretty well balanced unit, honestly. I wonder if Noble and Commoner have different classes they can level up into. Okay. So let's see these people in person here. Hey, Sylvain, Mr. Philanderer.
Hey there. Are you the mercenary who saved His Highness? It's an honor to meet you. I'm Sylvain Jose Gautier. Feel free to say hi whenever you like.
I'd imagine he had a different dialogue if I was female Byleth.
Hi there. You must be the one everyone's talking about. I'm Ash. Great to meet you. This here is Dedu. He serves Prince Dimitri.
I have heard that you rescued His Highness. Words cannot express my gratitude. Should you ever require my strength, please know that I will hasten to repay this debt.
Can't remember if basically Ash was the thief guy. Okay. Felix, Ingrid, and Sylvain are old friends. That guy is not one of the dudes.
I have heard all about what you did from Prince Dimitri. As a citizen of Fargus, I thank you.
Okay, if I recall correctly, this is female knight lady, and that's basically competitive, happy, friendly dude.
He also said you're quite skilled, and he doesn't just say things like that. I look forward to sparring with you and beating you.
Felix, must you always speak of fighting right away? Oh, and, you may call me Ingrid. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Okay.
And who's this? You don't look familiar at all. Do you work here at the monastery?
Oh, Mercy! Do you think this is that mercenary people have been talking about?
Now that I think about it, that does sound like something Dimitri may have said. I suppose you'll be enrolling at the Officers' Academy too, then? Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Mercedes, and this is my best friend.
I'm Annette. It's nice to meet you.
You can definitely tell the person doing the English dub for Mercedes was just like high pitch, higher, higher. Just like you can feel the strain in her voice trying to hit that. The more like I assume in Japanese things, but it's like a much like higher kind of like that type of voice. Okay, so I think, man, I feel like there was someone missing there, but I mean, no one in the classroom, so. Alright, let's get the breakdown from Cloud.
Well, scored a teaching gig here, did you? Talk about a great first impression. I guess that means I'd better introduce myself properly. I'm Claude von Regan.
Claude. It's like Cloud, but more A. Claude.
I'm from the ruling house of the Leicester Alliance, but don't worry too much about all that madness. I'm guessing you don't know which class you'll be teaching yet, do you? I bet you'd like ours. We're not as difficult as the other two. Have you met the folks from the Golden Deer House yet? Care to know more about anyone?
Yes. Alright, down the list, same as before, so Claude, you first.
Piqued your interest, have I? As luck would have it, I'm pretty curious about you as well. But what's life without a bit of mystery? Let's just spend the next year or so learning about each other little by little.
Okay, so same defining ability as the other ones, different name, but same thing of multiplies experience earned by 1.2. The Leicester lineage. He's good at bows, banners, flying, and sword. Not so good at the polearm or books. Okay, Lorenz.
He's the heir of Gloucester territory. If you haven't already picked up on it, he's a bit arrogant and fancies himself a ladies' man. That said, deep down he's really devoted and honest. Though I wouldn't mind never hearing him talk about his noble obligations ever again.
Okay, Distinguished House. Refers to divining ability. Unit deals 2 extra damage while in formation with a battalion. Alright, he's good at polearms, cavalry, and books. Not so good with the strength. Probably a pretty good, like, cavalry unit. Raphael.
He comes from a merchant family, but his parents died in an accident. Seems like he's had a rough life. Despite all that, he's just about the most cheerful guy you'll ever meet. His passions are training, eating, and actually that's about it.
Defining ability, Goody Basket. Chance to recover up to 10% of max HP at the start of each turn. Trigger percent equals his luck stat. Strength, axe, punching, armor. Not so good basically with the bow, the books, or cavalry. Okay, luck of 6. It's like, I mean, it's more strength than luck, so I was kind of wondering, like, could you build him into a bandit type character to kind of like get some like thief type of luck in there? But I mean, you probably could, but it definitely seems more situated to be. I mean, he definitely seems like he could be kind of that like you know, not barbarian, but like a general axe wielder type, but more the feral side. Even though he does have strength of armor, though. Okay, Ignat.
He's the second son of a merchant family. Since his brother will inherit the business, he's training to become a knight. If you ask me, it doesn't seem like he truly wants to be a knight. He's probably just doing it to please his parents.
All in the sense that if they do end up, like, pitching the houses against each other, which, I mean, again, I play Fire Emblem Fates, I know how this goes. It's just like, poor guy just imagining him dying on the battlefield. Defining ability, Watchful Eye, grants hit plus 20. Pretty good, especially for an archer type. Guarantee you land those, like, stronger hits. But strengths, basically, swords, bow, and banner. Weaknesses, flying. Okay, so he doesn't want to go flying. Lysithia.
Lysithia is the daughter of Count Ordelia, and is probably the youngest student here. But watch out, she gets angry if you treat her like a child. As for me, I do it on purpose. You have to make your own fun in this place, you know?
Defining ability, Mastermind. Double skill experience earned in battle. Pretty good. Strengths, books, and banners. Not so good basically with swords, lances, axes, or armor, but given her defining ability, I could definitely see still giving her stuff like bow and arrow and whatnot to kind of like get extra skill experience there for using them. Okay, Marianne.
Marianne is Margrave Edmund's daughter, and that's pretty much all I know about her. She doesn't interact much with other students, so I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of folks here have never even heard her speak.
Okay, defining ability, Animal Friend. Unit recovers up to 20% of max HP at the start of each turn when adjacent to a cavalry or flying ally. Okay, so you definitely want to basically make her a mounted unit of some sort. So, sword, book, cavalry, flying is her strength. Not so good basically with armor or fighting. Or strength, might, whatever. Okay. Hilda.
Hilda is the only daughter of Duke Goneril. It seems her father and brother coddle her quite a bit. If you look up lazy in the dictionary, her picture won't be there because she never got around to submitting it. Not too unusual for a noble, I guess.
Defining ability, Advocate. Adjacent male allies deal 3 extra damage per combat, or damage during combat. Strengths, polearms and axes. Weaknesses, books and banners. I'm trying to think what she kind of like fits into there. I mean, obviously basically a buffer type, but she's not good with books, and she doesn't have bow as one of her strengths. And banners obviously basically like kind of out there. I could see making her like a flying unit with a polearm, and then kind of like positioning her to be close to male units to give them basically extra damage boosts. Okay, Leonie.
Leonie enrolled because she wants to be a mercenary. I think she said that her father is a hunter. She's pretty blunt and as stingy as they come. A habitual saver, too. I think she's hoping to repay her village for helping to send her here.
Alright, not bad. Defining ability, Rivalry. If a male ally is adjacent, units deal 2 extra damage and takes 2 less during damage during combat. Strengths, polearms, bow, and cavalry, no weaknesses. I could see her being basically a melted bow and arrow user. Like, that'd be pretty good. So she also kind of has the inverse of that one Flanderer dude of basically like, so if a dude is next to her, she'll basically be more buff.
I appreciate your effort.
Scored a teaching gig, eh? I mean, yes, you gave me one. You're responsible for choosing which house to lead. If there are still students you have yet to speak with, try visiting each house's homeroom. Ugh. Alright, we have quest completed. Received Iron Sword, Vulnerary, and 500 gold. I suppose I should turn to Rhea. You know, we're going to continue exploring. because we're going to talk to people in the classroom, and I think, yeah, we are at time for today. I really thought we'd get another mission in, but very thick opening here to the game. Yeah, that mercenary.
Ah, you must be the renowned mercenary who rescued Claude. Honestly, you should not have troubled yourself over the likes of him. My name is Lawrence Hellman Gloucester. You will want to remember it.
Alright. Okay, dude. Okay.
So you're the skilled mercenary who saved Claude, are you?
Oh, you are? It's such an honor to meet you. Ignatz Victor. My parents are Alliance merchants.
And I am Lysithia von Ordelia. Please do not forget it.
What do you think?
Okay. Leonie is so friendly. That's the noble Lady Hilda, isn't it?
Hey, are you that mercenary? Everyone's been talking about you. I'm Hilda Valentine Goneril, and her name is...
Marianne von Edmund.
Are you joining the Knights of Seros or something? Well, I look forward to seeing more of you.
Oh, we actually heard the animal lover talk. Okay, no dialogue there.
Are you someone's guest? The dining hall's that way, if that's what you're looking for.
No, Raphael. That's Captain Gerald's kid. Hi, I'm Leonie Pinelli, Captain Gerald's first and greatest apprentice. I'm sure he's told you about me.
Oh, okay. We have not heard of her.
Nice to meet you. I'm Raphael Kirsten. Who are you again?
I suppose I should turn to Ria. No, continue exploring. Mainly because what we're actually going to do is we're going to save, and we're going to wrap it up here.
Yeah.
Though, before basically we close out, my finishing thoughts. Yeah. If we had to choose a class to teach... Honestly, I feel like... the Black Eagles are probably maybe the most boring, no offense to them. Like, some of them are okay. Oh wait, did we not talk to... No, we talked to these guys, okay. I was just wondering because they had like kind of a crest over their head at a distance, but I assume... Okay, they all get it, alright. I mean... I guess I kind of do like basically these two... Yeah, these two also weren't bad. Remember that guy being Kurt, and this guy is Ernest. I guess they're fine. I guess basically they're not as bad as I thought. Okay. And then basically for the others, yep, Philanderer guy, bulky bodyguard. I think the guy that would definitely make a thief. Female knight, rivalry man, healer, mage.
Hey.
Okay. I guess they're not too bad. I'm maybe more leaning towards the yellow deer, the golden deer. Okay, but screw that guy being all...
Hi.
Don't bother with that dude. These two are fine. Basically, Archer and Child Prodigy, that basically I'll give her all the weapons to learn combat skills from. Animal Lover, the lady who heals dudes. And then... Pokemon and Mercenary Lady. I'm kind of curious basically about this and the fact she knows Captain Geralt. Like, that's kind of an interesting, like, little hook there.
Yeah.
Ah, this is a tough one. Okay. But yeah, I'll have to kind of think about it. And yeah, next time we'll basically go ahead and make our choice. Which, yet again, really thought there'd be a bit more actually done for today, but not been the case. Like... Again, though, very, very heavy tutorial there. Like, we only got really one mission in within an hour and a half, which feels unusual. Which we should make sure we actually save here. Boom. Boom. And you know what? Just because I am the way I am. Did not mean to go all the way down there. We will. Yeah. We'll basically have a save file on 1 and 3. And it's good to have kind of one... I mean, I imagine once you beat the game, they'll kind of like loop back around, so we then will probably save like for a new game plus, if there is choosing multiple houses. I see one of two things happening. Either basically they pitch the houses against each other and we slowly like rally them all together to make the 3 houses against, you know, insert evil dragon, mage, sorcerer, lich thing, and that's how the game ends. But, you know, Fate's Birthright and Conquest were both kind of like not the happiest of endings, and Revelation was really the one of like bring everyone in the family together, and everyone basically behaves. It's like, so that's what I really wonder about that like third potential DLC that I don't even know if it exists, but I remember seeing it in the news, like, you know, hey, there's this DLC for Fire Emblem Three Houses, white, gray, wolf, foxes, whatever, something like that. But yeah, gotta save again because I was rambling. There we go. And all right, let's go ahead and call it here. And next time we will choose a house to teach, and ideally get a bit more combat actually in. Again, less combat than I thought, but all right. Until then, later.